All right, here we go. KJ Adams Jr., the junior for the Kansas Jayhawks, 6'7", 235 pounds. Thank you for everybody and all the support. I can't wait to get into this film breakdown. I appreciate everyone that's liked and subscribed. Don't forget to do that. We are flying 261 subscribers. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you, how much I enjoy making this content. Let's get right into the film. Here we have KJ Adams Jr. This is a good illustration of what he's going to provide for a team and what he would have to offer at the next level. He has a nice little contest here, but you'll see the out of area rebounding here where he goes and gets the rebound. He can push the ball up a little bit. Doesn't really have any moves, but he's going to set super solid screens with that excellent NBA frame that he has. Now here's something I didn't expect to see on Adams' tape. Was him do a little in and out crossover and take somebody off the dribble, but that was a very weak take on the rest of the drive. Just some overall thoughts on KJ Adams. For how old he is, he's very indecisive and he's way too slow. So he's kind of doesn't have a position in the NBA. He's not fast enough, he's not a good enough ball handler, but he's also not tall enough. It's going to be a tough transition for him. Here's what KJ can do at the next level, and that's be a rock solid positional defender with his size and his, weight. I mean, 6'7", 235, nobody's really moving him off his spot. So if he can be a team and positional defender, set solid screens, hit the glass, maybe that's his path. If KJ can continue to improve this mid-range J, he'll have a ton of pick and pop opportunities because of how solid of a screen setter he is. And he has nice form on that jump shot. For how strong he is, he has a pretty decent touch. Now this is the kind of possession I don't see flying at the next level in the NBA. KJ just doesn't have the burst, and he doesn't really have the ball handling chops, like really sloppy. He's just much bigger than the Texas player to get that layup. That's not going to really work in the NBA. Now I'm not really sure what the Texas player did to piss off KJ Adams, but boy, does he get locked in and get engaged and get physical on this next possession. He's always physical, but I mean, this is overly aggressive even for him. I mean, he's all up into his chest. And if you want to see proper box out technique, just watch this box out by KJ Adams Jr. Seals him right on his back. This guy's going nowhere. Now that can translate at any level. So here's the good and bad of KJ. Watch him just go after this rebound. He takes it off of two Texas players, snatches it, but then watch the touch off the glass. He just bangs that thing off the glass. Here's again the niche that KJ will have to find in the NBA and is the best that he can be in the NBA. That's setting those solid screens and then finishing through contact using that rugged body. To me, this is how KJ is going to have to play all the time in the NBA, and that's with a chip on his shoulder and just fired up. Picks up this loose ball, floats it over the top of a couple of guys, because he's not going to be able to dunk on everybody. He's only 6'7". So if he can continue to have a nice touch around the rim, that's going to go a long way. Another solid screen by KJ, but what I don't have on my bingo card, and probably shouldn't ever again, is the running, sweeping hook. That was actually a nice touch off the glass. KJ should not be handling the ball against the press. I mean, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. His handles are shaky, his decision-making shaky, and I don't recommend it. Again, I don't know how much this is going to translate in the NBA. I mean, he's all just physicality under the rim. Not a lot of super explosiveness getting above the rim. But in college, he can get the hoop and the harm. I'm going to show you 2 possessions of excellent defense by KJ. And here's something that he's definitely going to need to do at the next level. And he's going to have to be able to switch out on guards like this. Watch him switch out, move his feet, keeps the guy in front of him, and then watch him come back on this next possession and guard his man all the way into post. Look at him get after it, man. He's just getting after it. Down in a stance, taking it right in the center of his chest, walling off his offensive player. That's great individual defense. I take it back. Watch the hops by KJ. The burners. Watch him get that big frame moving. Off of 2 feet vertical. Maybe he can do that more often. I just don't see him get up that high that often in game. You get some of these freak athletes who don't know when to use these gifts. But he's got some serious hops, man. 2 feet, 6'7", head by the backboard. I mean, those are some serious hops. He's put together like a freaking Greek Adonis. This is probably one of the worst decisions I've seen from KJ today. His decision making so suspect. I just don't understand why he would throw this pass. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock. There's a guy here, there's a guy here, there's a guy here. This guy's really athletic. It's just an awful, 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 awful decision. This is a terrible decision, especially for a junior. And it leads the points. Those points are on KJ Adams. And that is it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. For number 24, KJ Adams Jr., the super physical small forward / power forward for the Kansas Jayhawks. Will it translate to the NBA? He's got the physicality, but does he have a niche? Does he have a fit? He's too small in terms of playing the power forward. He's not skilled enough to play guard or the small forward. Where do you think he goes in the draft? It's all over the place for me. He sets super solid screens. He is really athletic, but he doesn't show it all the time on the offensive end. He has a very good defensive disposition. He's fiery. He will rebound. He'll mix it up. He'll get that physicality, but he also makes poor decisions. He's improving his jump shot, but I don't really see how consistent it is. He doesn't really take it enough for me to know that, how much he's improved it. I guess we'll find out at the NBA Combine. But again, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.